ladies and gentlemen. We are saying happy customer service week to you. Today I bring to you fantastic panel to discuss customer service week for 2020. As you know, we definitely need to discuss and establish some discussion on customer service week. Interestingly, we are in the year of what we call new normal. A lot of things are happening, but we would like to allow that to deter us in having a yearly event in terms of customer. Remember, the major aim of customer service week is to celebrate people that serve customers. But Nigeria, people misconceive it and they are saying it's to celebrate customers. It is to celebrate people that are serving customers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, people in our audience, you can always contribute to this discussion. Just type in your discussion, it will come live here. First and foremost, let me introduce my guest here today. I'd like to bring to your notice and to present to you OC Michael, the founder, managing director of OC Customer Service. All what he does is customer service, and he's a pastor. Please don't do that. Moving on as well, we have a delectable Stella Unodi, well known as the grammar queen. If you want to learn anything grammar, please contact Stella Unodi, your TOEFL, anything about language, and he's also a seasoned banker and a customer service expert. Moving on as well, I have someone who has helped me a whole lot that I cannot define how she has helped me a lot. She has helped to shape customer service industry in Nigeria. And why am I saying she has helped to shape customer service in Nigeria? Anybody who has shaped me has indirectly shaped customer experience in Nigeria. Because not that I'm trying to make myself relevant here. We have trained over 2,000 people in terms of customer experience. We have bring to the four customer service week and customer experience in Nigeria for the past 8 years and still counting. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to introduce at this juncture Amaka Ugo Obijike. Amaka, you are welcome to this platform today. Moving on today, we are to discuss customer service week, and the theme for this year is the dream team. I want to talk about dream team. It's a whole lot, but the customer service week, Mr. Osi will open another device and is breaking it, Mr. Osi. So moving on now, we want to discuss about the dream team. In just 2 minutes, I want you to give me your understanding of the dream team. Then looking at the dream team itself, they have identified 10 areas. That is, customer service week organizer in America has defined 10 areas that we have to look at. Number one is that we take pride in our work. We put customer first. We value teamwork. We strive for excellence. We act with integrity. We exceed customer expectation. We do what is right. We show respect. We are passionate, and we are the dream team. So, OC Michael, what is your concept of the dream team?
Well, thank you once again, Aliu.
And let me say you are very, very relevant.
OC, the question is for you.
Okay, I can hear you very well. The dream team, like somebody said, any crowd without purpose or objectives, it's a mob. So, and as we have discussed earlier, a team is a group of individuals or employees working cohesively to achieve a set objective. And for that to happen, there has to be leadership that is provided to that team to be a dream team. There is a product I once know, the auto industry, Pirelli. They make tires. And what they said is that power without control is dangerous. The same way, a team without an objective or without a purpose, not only that is a mob, it's a team that is destined to collapse and fail. And what gives them that direction is the leadership content of that team, who is in the front row, who is the pathfinder, who is the one leading the team and where are they going. That leader must be focused. There is a quality that is required in the leadership of any team. He must be focused, it must be truthful, and it must provide guidance. It must provide guidance to the team. With this, you know that the team is actually going to a particular direction which is to deliver the set objectives for which it was set up for. Another thing to have
All right, thank you so much.
To build a dream team that
a dream team must have a leader, they must have direction, and they must also have a good objective. So moving on, I'd like to move on to Stella. Stella, what is your concept of a dream team? Stella, can we have you? What is your
A dream team is
a
dream team is a team that has a unity of purpose. A dream team is a group of people that has unity of purpose. Like Amaka mentioned in football, in football, the goal is to score and win every match and carry the cup of that tournament. And that cannot happen if they don't have the same goal. If they are working across purposes, it's not going to work. So for me, a dream team is a team that has unity of purpose, oneness of purpose. Not the coach having a different agenda, the goalkeeper having a different agenda, the front person or the back, or whatever you call this, having different agenda. Everybody must have one purpose and it must be unified. That for me is what a dream team is.
All right, they must have and follow same agenda. So what's the concept? Amaka, Ugo, Obidike, can you share your concept?
Thank you, Dr. Aliu. A dream team is a team that wins. It's a team that makes things happen. So for a bank, a dream team is a team that gives customers access to their money at due whenever they need it without hassles. For a medical institution, a dream team is that team that saves lives, that's here for its patients. For an internet service provider, let's say in the telecom sector, the dream team is that team that gives us access to network 24 hours, for what we paid for. Unlike what we are experiencing right now in Nigeria, where you pay for a service and you get half of it, or you get none of it, and yet you pay. So a dream team is a team that makes things happen. In government, the dream team is a team that caters to the needs of its citizens, that provides good roads, provides power, provides everything that is required to run a country. That for me is a dream team. And if it's not happening, then that team is not together.
Thank you, Amaka. Moving on, our friend, I'd like you to speak into how can a team provide a good service excellence.
how can a team provide a good service excellence? A team is set up to, sorry? Okay, so every team is established to do something, to achieve a goal. And when you attain the objective, for which a team is set up, it means that you have delivered on the objective of that team. So for you to deliver as a team to achieve service excellence,
All right,
first of all,
thank
you
you
must.
so much. Moving on as well. Now, how do we put customer first? I think Stella is Stella. How do we have our customer as what we think about first? How do we put our customer first? I knew you have in a particular program you have discussed about how employee experience should be upgraded and give them a good experience so that they can extend that experience to the customer. So how do we now put customer first in this scenario, Stella?
Okay, putting customer first means being particularly interested in meeting the customer's demands. Like I remember Amaka mentioned something about customer expectations. So if we know what the customer expectations are, then we should do all we can to meet the customer's expectation, and that includes putting them first. For example, in the bank, when you have system downtime, for example, we know that yes, these things happen, but how do you serve the customer in such a way that they don't become irate or think that you don't care? So when these things happen, the customer's interest, how the customers feel, should come first in what we're doing. So we must always consider the customer in everything we are doing. You understand? So putting the customer first means that no matter what is going on in our business, no matter what is going on at a particular time, we should consider how it will affect the customer negatively or positively, and put things in place to ensure that they are not disadvantaged in any way, the best of your ability, actually.
All right. Thank you so much. I'd like to move to OC. OC, how do we exceed customer expectation as a dream team? How do we exceed customer expectation? OC, can you hear me?
Once again, thank you, Dr. Ali. First of all, like somebody said in this forum, I can hear you very well. Somebody has already said it, that there has to be an expectation first, even before you are talking of exceeding it. Now, how do you exceed customer expectation is this. Knowing that there is an expectation, you plan to give much more than the customer is even requesting for. Like somebody will say, a plan to deliver much more than you are planning ordinary to give to the customer. Now, by the time you deliver less than the expectation, the customer gets disappointed. But your desire, or the desire any organization should be to exceed. That means to give for in service delivery, and by doing that, you become the delight of the customer, and you have the tendency for the customer to revisit you, and not only revisiting you, also he becomes your evangelist by the time you are able to deliver more than what you want to get. For instance, let's take it this way. Let's assume, you went to a shop to buy coffee, but this is a coffee shop that has...
All right, I think we have lost even that network and technology for you. So for you, Amaka, how do we do what is right as a team? What do you think will guide us to do what is right as a team, Amaka?
What is right is what we have promised the customers. What is right is what we have put out there as what we as an organization stands for. So in running our day-to-day activities on the business, we need to be sure that we are doing what is right. And what is right is based on what we have promised to do for the customers, what we stand for as an organization. So we need to hold ourselves, we need to talk to ourselves, we need to keep communicating the organization's visions and mission and core values, and ensure that whatever we do at our various desks is meeting the overall objective of the organization. So in doing that, we hold ourselves accountable in doing what is right.
All right, thank you so much. We hold our.
All right, I'm back. I'm back to the. I wasn't on before, Ali, if you don't mind.
Yes,
I wasn't on before.
Okay. I want to ask Amaka. I want to take Amaka on what she said. Amaka, what if among four of us we are team now? What if one of us derail from the actual thing? How do we handle the person?
It starts with counseling. People do things for different reasons. You need to understand what has happened, what has gone wrong, why did this person, behave this way. And then if it's something that can be corrected through counseling, you do that. And if it's something that, the person do not just want to do the right thing, then there must be a way of exiting that person, so that it doesn't spoil the activities of the whole team, thereby putting everybody, bringing shame and disrespect to everybody. So first you counsel, then you watch for improvement. If there's no improvement, there must be a polite way to exit such person from the team.
All right. The grammar queen. What if I fail? What if I fail to follow the counsel and I fail to follow the rules? And I'm among your team, and you're the leader of the team. What happens?
Well, Maka said something about politely exit the person. As a team leader, part of your job is to make very difficult decisions. And then if you look at the whole picture, if you look at the big picture, one, the reputation of the organization, two, the bottom line, that is the P&L of the organization. If you look at those two things and juxtapose them, you ask yourself, what do you want to keep keeping this person to spoil business for you and then spread indiscipline in the team? Because when the other team members see that this person is acting this way and is being constantly giving a leeway, even after they know that he or she has been counseled and talked to and spoken to, you first of all, you start with suspension. Let me not be too hard and say just sack the person. Start with suspension for the good of that person. For the good of that person, first of all, because sometimes it is a wake-up call. Then secondly, for the good of the team. And thirdly, for the overall good of the organization. Because I'm not going to let one virus come in and make you lose money if I'm the owner of that business. I could just carry your wall and be going. So first of all, you go on suspension and go and be collecting fresh air in your house. Then after the suspension, you come back, we put you on another period and see whether you will change. Mm-hmm.
I quite agree with you. I also see, Michael, have you had a staff or someone who is untrained? After the suspension, the person came back and still continues in the same way. So what will you do? OC, what will you do? This is for you, OC. OC, when you have an untrained staff who fails to listen to instruction, what will you do? OC will not hear us. So let's just move on for now. So thank you for that incisive answer. The grammar queen and the service police woman, customer service police woman. Don't mind me. Is it not here that you say I should add woman? No. So you said you are the most latest office of the staff. But that's the service staff officer. If we have such instead of service delivery, what they are doing to people, can have it, doing it to people that treat us bad in Nigeria. So moving on as well, I promise I will not take so much time. Now, Amaka, how do you show you are passionate in it? Don't you think people would think it is an high service when you are so passionate at your job, Amaka?
If you're passionate about something, yes, I got that. Thanks for the question. Okay, let me use let me use
what
you
I'm saying is,
as an
Amaka, if
example.
you are performing well
I want
and you are passionate in your job, don't you think your colleagues will say it is an high service in Nigerian parlance? Amaka, are you there?
Thank you for the question.
Amaka is not there.
Yeah, high service.
Amaka, please go ahead.
True. A lot of high service. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hello, Dr. Liu. Can you hear me? Okay. So talking about high service, a lot of high service goes on in organization, but it doesn't take away from the good performing members of staff. And high service does not stay for too long. You will know it will come. I mean, hello. Someone who is.
Question, right?
Yes, I got it, and I'm trying to answer the question. Can you hear me? Hello, Dr. Liu.
Stella. Yes,
Sir?
I can hear you, Amaka. Amaka, did you get the question right? That's not my first concern.
Yeah, I got the question. Let me rephrase the question. Okay, so if I'm doing well on my job and I'm passionate about it, will people think I'm doing high service? Is that the question?
Amaka, do not worry. Let's Stella. Stella, I'm sure you get my question very right. If you are very passionate, someone like you is very, very passionate at your job, right?
His connection is poor.
I think that, yes, his own connection is poor.
Connection is poor.
Yeah, it is. Also, Michael, can you hear
Stella, what network are you using? Because it seems to be stable. Yeah, I can hear you.
I use Airtel.
Stella's network seems to be very stable.
I use Airtel.
But I'm using Airtel, but it's so epileptic here.
These networks, they all have. In fact, I'm just tired. I was using Glo, now I changed to MTN, now it's Airtel. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. And that's what we're talking about, service. We pay for this service and we don't receive it. So it doesn't.
Yeah, especially the communication industry, their service, they need to be taken up.
Yeah.
The communication industry generally.
They're ripping us off.
They're ripping Nigerians off.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can be done about it.
Don't worry, we're rounding
yes,
up.
I'm here.
Network cannot disappoint.
Especially this COVID era, when most people are online, because the activity online has actually increased drastically over these few months now.
Yes.
So much more.
All right, Osi, can you please answer this question since you are online now? What if you are passionate about your job and people think you are doing high service according to Nigerian balance?
And Dr. Liu, thank you. I wonder why people would think you are doing high service, because that is what you are to do, to deliver service and to deliver not just an excellent service, but a service that is effective. Now, let's remember the case study.
Stella, can you hear me now?
Yes. I can hear you.
Stella, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, fantastic. Stella, I want you to answer me. Osi, could you please hold on it or let me on me? Osi, you are saying something. Please go ahead. Osi, go ahead.
Yes, I was talking about the case study that is so popular and common in customer service. That is Johnny the Bagger. who is one of the lead service attendants in a departmental store, that became so passionate in his job that even when he gets home, he doesn't just go to sleep. He still has the customer in mind. And he became so creative so that he invented a service to add to what he was asked to do in the departmental store by adding a little pep talk in the bag of every client that walks out of their departmental store. And that became not only beneficial to the owner, but also beneficial to the customer.
Okay, let's round off this session, Stella. What I'm saying is this: you are passionate about your job. What do you think they will say in Nigerian local parlance about it?
That it's eye service, yeah. Hello.
Stella, have you experienced that before?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. When I was a customer service officer in the bank I worked, one of the branches in the southeast. You know, we used to have a lot of downtime, and it was crazy because then I was a cash officer and everything in the banking hall was me. You know, it was crazy. So I used to even give of my own personal resources to ensure that customers their needs are met. In fact, I remember one particular time system was down. That was the era of fax machine and all that. Nitel chose that week not to work. Nitel was not working, so we could not fax documents to other banks. And then we needed to be calling other banks to hold amounts and all that. We started out on a Monday morning. My colleagues were offering their phones to call other branches and other regions. But after by the end of that Monday, by Tuesday, everybody retreated. Well, believe it or not, I use my.
I want to hear your final shot now. Let's have a final discussion. Yes. I will start with Stella. Stella, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Stella, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Stella, you have the floor. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm here.
The grammar queen, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Please give me your final shot so that we can call it a day. Thank you. Today we have had a fantastic customer service by starting this discussion. Stella, give me your passing shot.
My passing shot is that we should Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole, we need to consciously be accountable to the customer. We need to consciously know that the customer is the bloodline of the business, and we should, like Amaka said, customer service is home training. You know, you should bring it to bear. It's not only because you're doing it to earn salary. It's basically human relations, actually. Ali is off again. Aliyu is off. What's going on?
Don't worry, it will be addicted and we have to go there.
Mm.
So Stella, give me your passing shot, then we'll call it a day.
Yes, I was saying that Nigerians should wake up to customer service and know that customers are the bloodline of the business. And like Amaka said, customer service is home training. So we should bring our good home training, hopefully, to bear in serving the customers. We shouldn't just serve customers because we are doing it at the end of the year to get our salary. Customer service is also human relations, human interpersonal relations, and it should do it well. For the sake of doing it well, not because we have anything to do. Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Grammar Queen, for being part of customer service week discussion. Amaka, you have the floor, please. What is your passing shot?
Thank you, Dr. Aliu. It's been an interesting session. What I would say to Nigerians is we should demand good service from service providers. We shouldn't just take it in. We shouldn't just accept anything that is dished out to us. We know our rights. We should demand for our rights. If you are not receiving good service from your service provider, whoever they are, you should speak out. It helps them. We should give them feedback. Some of them don't even know what is happening at the front line. So, but when we keep quiet, the bad service continues. So Nigerians should begin to demand for good service from their service providers, including the governments. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That's the passing shot from Service Police NG. Thank you for the fantastic session. Finally, I'd like to have OC Michael to give us his passing shot. He's always vibrant. He's passionate. When we look at a passionate person for customer experience in Nigeria, I see OC Michael as a leading person. So I'm also canvassing for people to come get trained by OC Michael Customer Service Institute. Your passing shot, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Leo. But for my passing shot, we should just have an understanding that the customer is not just the only one, the customer outside. There's a customer inside. Now, focusing on the customer inside, to have a dream team, there has to be a cooperation and a collaboration. Without cooperation, which has to do with interpersonal, person to person, there won't be any dream team. And without a collaboration, which is from department to department, interdepartment, there won't be any dream team. So for us to have a dream team, there has to be cooperation and collaboration within the internal customer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For me, I want to say my last parting shot for this discussion today is going to be on first impression. I want to let us know that first impression has changed from what we usually think is first impression. First impression before it has to do with physical discussion, but it has moved beyond that. Your first impression could be the first day I will see you on Facebook. It could be the first day I will hear about you on Twitter. It could be when someone will be telling me about your organization outside. So first impression is not when I see you in person again. For instance, OC is getting to see the Grammar Queen for the first time. OC is
Amaka and the Grammar
Queen
OC
but OC
Stella.
has got to know some of them on a flight before. OC has got to know the Grammar Queen is the Grammar Queen. OC has got to know Amaka is about Service Police NG. So now the first impression is not when I get to see you again. It's when I get to hear about you, get a brief about what you do, see you in the flyer. So those things are another touch point we must always look at. I'm sure now if you Google the Grammar Queen online, you will see a lot of things about the Grammar Queen. That is our first impression. And you're going to conclude and assume a lot of things about that. Moving on as well, if you Google OC customer service, you see a lot of things he has done. He has a magazine, a lot of things online. And those are the things that you will take as first impression. Seasoned fashion designer, Ibaka Kum fashion designer, and that's how you get to know people. So the thing has shifted. First impression. If you want to see me, let me wear my suit. Let me do very well. The person has gotten his first impression about you before he gets to see you. So before anything you want to pop, dress very, very well. Put on a good dress. The person has got to see your first impression. Do you agree with that, my panel session? Do you agree with my assertion?
Yes.
True.
Excellent.
True.
All right.
Wow.
For today, I appreciate your discussion. I appreciate your contribution. So let's get to meet at the 2020 Customer Experience Management Conference, scheduled to come on board on Thursday, 8th October
Thursday.
by sorry, by 11 a.m. and
11
it
a.m.
is the 8th edition. Thank you for
We're
today.
thinking.
So bye-bye to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks so
you.
much
Thank
as we
you.
end the
Yeah.
session. I'll definitely reach
Yeah.
out to all of you. Thank you so much for today.
All right.
Let me see your bye-bye.
Thank you. And thank you, my fellow discussants. Amaka,
Thank you
Stella,
so
thank you very
much.
much. I've learned so much from you guys, and we'll be meeting some other time. God bless you.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you. Thank you also, my
Yeah.
Dr.